So I've got a left hand and a right hand blade. Which one is better for my application? What's the difference? Let's take a look. So we're looking at two RYOBI saws, but this really wouldn't matter if it's RYOBI or any brand. Many of them have what would be considered a left-hand blade where it's on the left side, and the traditional where the blade is on the right side. There are different saws, circular saws out there where they're a worm drive and it has it on the other side. But for this application, we're just looking at this, and this is something for more of a beginner. That a person's like, ooh, I like this because I can see it better. As a right-handed person, that's what I immediately jumped to, because it's like I could be cutting like so, and I can see if I kind of glance down here that I could see where the saw and the line go. If I'm cutting with this particular one, I can see it if I kind of come off to the side, but it's really difficult to see where the blade is striking the wood. And of course I could come over and look at it from this perspective instead of trying to sneak in here, but that becomes really difficult to do too. So let's take a little bit of a look at this. When the saw is running, they're cutting, the blade is spinning this way. Let me just put a battery in. And I'm going to do a little quick demo here, nothing fancy. The blade is spinning this way and the sawdust is coming down over here. So it can go and do its thing, and it's kind of deflecting whatever the sawdust away from me. So it's not coming up in my face. That's kind of nice. Now if I were cutting it with my left hand, it's going to be hitting right here and kind of splattering a little bit, for lack of a better way to describe it. And it might be more in my face. So then, if I'm left-handed, this might be an attractive way to do it. Now the problem is that if I'm trying to do this and use it as a traditional right-hander would, you'll notice when I did this, the weight of the saw is over here. So the saw is being supported by my little bench top here, and the material, the cutoff, no weight on it, is just falling away. If I'm using a left-handed blade, well, as soon as this piece falls away, all of my weight and support is out here. So if I'm cutting, you can see there's not much stability. Whereas if I'm cutting from the other direction, that's where we have all the stability. So if I were going to be coming in cutting this way and going left-handed, I have the saw weight over my the main part of the material, not the cutoff. So that becomes one of the big factors, is as a right-handed person, I'm going to be trying to cut, and I have done this, I'm not saying I haven't, but you aren't going to be as accurate because you're losing some of your stability. Whereas if I'm using a traditional, I have that weight over here, and I'm going to make a much more accurate and square cut than I would with the other. So as a right-handed person, I have used them both, but for accuracy, I would probably stick, as a right-handed person, with the the blade on the right side. If I'm just going to be doing something, or if I need to be in a spot where I'm cutting and need that on the left side, then I'm going to make the best of it and do what I need to do. If I'm left-handed, I'm probably looking at favoring this and then having to go the other direction if need be. So it really depends on your ability and your comfort level. Right now I've used this for many projects, many plywood projects where I've had it completely supported, and I've been able to run that saw right along and haven't had any problem. But as you see, if I'm trying to cut here, let me just give you a little demo of this. You can kind of see, if I look right down, there was a little bit of a wiggle and a waggle to my sawing because I just don't have that stability on the cutoff piece. So for most applications, you're going to want to have the right saw, the right tool for the job. Hope that helped for those of you wondering, kind of the difference. And again, this doesn't matter if it's RYOBI, Milwaukee, DeWalt, Makita. They have right and left side blades on all of their saws, or a variety of different saws. So check out, find out which one's going to be the best for you, and hopefully you'll have some good woodworking with those. This is John Young. Thanks for watching.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.